So can you see my screen?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay, this is the first POC. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so okay. So how comfortable you are in Hadoop? Okay.
I mean, okay, you can say 2.5 out of 5. I know theoretically, but thing is, my
Okay.
problem is with the practical part, and because I haven't worked on it, so I cannot tell you exactly.
Okay. So basically, this POC is to build inverted index. Okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay. What is inverted index means? Example. Say you have a set of documents.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And you want to find a word. Say nature.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You want to find a word. Say India.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So so you can give a if you are if you are having a textbook, you can
Uh-huh.
go to the back page of the index page, right?
Yes, yes.
And you can go to the particular page where the word is there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So most of the search engine, how it works is what they will do scanning and processing of each document in the web. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Web or the documents you put it in the search engine.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so they will scan the entire page and they will build the innovative index. So they'll take each word. So each word in how many documents, how many number of occurrence, and what are the documents which that word contains.
Okay, 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 okay.
Okay, that is inverted index.
Okay.
So most of the search engine works
So
using inverted index only.
example, can we say like this? I mean, if you go to Google search engine and if you type India, you get all sorts of
Correct,
things. Indian
correct.
postcode.
All the web pages which has India.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay,
So
similar that. But
okay.
what we are doing is similar way. So we have a set of documents. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you can have n number of documents,
Okay.
and we write a MapReduce program.
Okay.
Okay, so what is MapReduce program? It'll so whatever the file you give to the mapper, it's
Uh-huh.
similar like word count program. Okay, it will
Okay.
process each file. Okay, and it will split the word and it will find out the how many number of occurrence of particular word.
Okay.
Okay, and
Uh,
then we are forming like each word uh, with the file name.
mhm.
Okay, so if in the so say example in my if you see in my screen, I have a document one. Okay,
Okay.
so which has this like buffalo number of words which is repeating.
Okay.
Okay, I have a second document which has buffalo or mammals.
Okay.
Okay, so if you construct the inverted index, so
Uh-huh.
it will come this way. So this particular buffalo word occurs in the both document. Okay, in first document it is three occurrence, and
Uh-huh.
second document it is one occurrence.
Okay. Case sensitive.
Okay, so yeah, case sensitive.
Okay.
So it's just a word splitting and counting.
Okay.
I'll go through the code also so that how the logic is built. I will tell you.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
Okay, this is the first part of this POC. Just
Okay.
finding the inverted index.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then what? Suppose if you build the index unit index, now you
Uh-huh.
want to find out particular word. Okay,
Okay.
and check in which document that word is there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so for that what we are doing is uh, I am building one small Java application.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
for that you will give the input as particular word you want to search.
Uh-huh.
Then it will go and pick the uh, uh, word, and it gives a similar result in which
Oh,
document the word is occurrence.
okay.
So what we can do one way is, you can put you already we generated the inverted index in the, we put it in the HDFS, right?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so when you run the MapReduce job, it takes your input and it form the inverted index and it will put it in the HDFS. Okay.
Okay.
Next thing we can, one way is, you just create a Hive table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what is Hive, right? It is a
Yes, yes.
SQL layer for Hadoop. Hadoop.
Query language, yes.
Yeah, query language.
Yeah.
So you can create a table and you can map this file and
Okay.
you can query it. Okay, in query the particular word, it will give the say if suppose if you are giving us buffalo, it will give this to this line actually. Okay,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
but I am not using Hive because it is not it is not interactive or interactive or real time. It will give a result.
Okay.
Because it runs a MapReduce job and it will take at least 2 to 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, for that, what I am doing is, I am building the inverted index. I am loading the data into HBase.
Okay.
Okay, HBase is one of the NoSQL database in the market. Okay,
Okay.
it is comes under the column oriented category, column oriented NoSQL data store.
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh,
so it
just
is
one,
yeah,
just a question.
yeah,
Input files, the input file which we have, which you sent me, it's it's
yeah,
it's a it's a group of sentences, right? It's just a group
yes,
of
yes,
sentences. Okay.
yeah. It is
Now,
not a word. Yeah, group of sentence.
yeah,
Correct.
if you import this to the Hive,
Yeah.
I mean, how does the table get
No,
divided,
no,
right?
no, no, not this file actually.
Uh-huh.
See, it cannot be it cannot map to any Hive table because it's full of it's a raw
Sentences.
data. Okay,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
not, it is unstructured data.
Yes, yes.
Hive is if you are going for Hive, we need a structured data.
Uh-huh.
So if you see the output of the mapper, okay, so I will show you.
Mm-hmm.
Where it is. See, this is the output of the MapReduce program.
Okay.
Okay, you will have a first column as all the words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, second column is uh, uh, the number of the document which and occurrence of the word.
Okay.
So it will be a you'll have how many number of document, it will have full sequence. So it will be a two column actually, separated by tab.
Okay.
Okay, this file you can map to Hive table. So you can create a Hive table with the two columns, one as word and another one as word count with a file name.
So where exactly does it get stored? I mean, is it in the form of an external table or internal table?
See, if you are creating as a internal table, say I manage a table. Okay,
Okay.
what you have to do is you have to load this file into the uh, manage table. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
then it will store your file into there is a folder called user slash hive slash warehouse.
Okay.
Okay, in Hive, I will show you 1 minute.
That's in your LFS, right?
Yeah, it's in LF, in his
The voice is breaking
in DFS, in HDFS.
in HDFS. Okay.
So if so, this is the location where your file will get stored.
Mm-hmm.
So where if you create one table, the with the table name you'll get one folder. So previously I have one table called Twitch final.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is my table, and inside that I have this file actually. So it stores it on some file form, a file name actually. So it is a text file actually. It is a word text file.
Okay.
So if you create a external table, okay,
Mhm.
and the external table, you can give a you can set your own path. So if you have a separate path, say example, uh, I have this one, say Spark input, okay. I have this file, okay. So I can create an external table and specifying the location of my file, so that the table, whenever you try to access the table, it will load the data from this location, whatever the location you specified in the table creation.
Okay, okay, okay. Can you show me how to store the data? I mean, the data into the Hive.
Yeah, that we will see. We'll see when we see the second POC.
Okay, okay, okay,
Okay, so for each POC, I'll call almost all the components.
okay, okay.
Okay, so where we are is so I'm taking this output, and I will be loading into the HBase table.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so you ever,
the first field is the key. I mean, the value which we are.
yes, the word is the key actually.
Okay, 1995, 2015, 9 API, all is the
Yeah,
key. And
yes, key.
java.txt, spark.txt is the file name, comma, and the number of occurrences.
Correct, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so basically how HBase will store is, HBase is a NoSQL data store and it is a distributed data store, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
So it will store your data into multiple machine, like uh, it will horizontally scale your data into multiple machine.
Uh-huh.
And in HBase, say consider it as a stable structure only.
Okay.
Uh, it has a key column. Okay, that is called a row key. They say row key.
Uh-huh.
It is similar to the primary key in RDBMS table.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever you want to
Yes.
get a particular row, you have to give a row key. So based on the row key, it will give the values.
Okay. In this case, which is the rookie? I mean, is it?
What is a row key? Because we are going to have distinction words.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
we, okay, and we will be, if your document has two word like two repeating words, so it will come as count here too. So but word will be only one word in our file.
Okay. Okay.
So I made it this word as a row key.
Okay.
And so in HBase table, as I said, one field is a row key.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is, see, then uh, there is something called a column family. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
column family means it's a group of column, like in simple explanation. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you are trying to store a employee records, okay,
Mm-hmm.
either you can create one column family, and you can group all the columns to that column family.
Okay.
Okay, or you can have multiple column families. Say example, personal information I can create as a one column family, and
Okay.
official information I can create as another column family.
Okay.
Okay, and if something else I can create as that one as column family.
Okay. This is the first case.
Okay, pardon.
I mean, this is first case. The second case is.
Yeah, one is you can have only one column family with all the columns inside it.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
another one is you can have multiple column family, and you can groups that particular set of columns into that column family.
So, for example, if I take a
Hmm.
column name as address, and in that address,
Okay,
you have a street number, location, I mean the street number, house number, pin code, and city,
yes,
supposing city. Either you can
yes.
take the whole as one column or split everything like a pin code in a one column or contact as
No, no,
street
no,
number as one column.
no, no. It also no. See, you can do I'll show you. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, so this is my primary key column. Okay,
Okay.
employee ID.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that we have to map it as a row key.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so it will not have any column name actually. So always you have to say that row key is you can store your data in a row key. Okay,
Okay.
there is no specific column for it actually.
Okay.
Okay, then you have remaining column. Say example, uh, employee number, name. Okay,
Okay.
and say uh, salary.
Mm-hmm.
This are thing. So as you mentioned, street. Okay, so if you want to store the address, maybe the number, house number,
Mm-hmm.
and the street name, and city, country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is the recording happening, by? Because
Yes, yes, it's happening. Yes,
okay. Okay.
yeah, it is happening.
Okay. Okay. Great. I just
Okay.
heard a sound. Okay. Go ahead.
So this is the way we store it in RDBMS, right?
Ah.
Okay. So uh, how we can store it in HBase table is
Uh-huh.
this one is a row key. Okay, that is fine. That remaining columns. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the remaining columns you can map all this column into one category called column family. Okay,
Okay.
say employee employee column family.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so whenever you create a table, you will not create columns actually. You will create only column family.
Okay. Okay.
During value insertion only, you will say column family. Say example, uh, employee column family
Mm-hmm.
colon, and you have to say specific column name.
Mm-hmm.
Say employee name.
Okay.
This is actually the combination of this is actually column name.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
So the second part is called qualifier. The first part is called column family.
Okay. Okay.
Combination of this it'll tell you as a column.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So this is a one option. Or the second option will be you can map until these two columns as a maybe the employee information or something.
Okay.
And the second part you can make it as a address, employee address.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is a one column family and this is a second column family.
Okay.
Inside column family, you will have set of columns.
Okay. I got it. Got it. Yeah.
Got it? So
Yeah.
in our case, I'm just storing only having only one column family. So we have only one column actually. So this is going to be as a what to say row
Rocky.
key, the first.
Yeah.
So
Rocky.
second is a only one column we have, so like count name. Okay,
Okay.
sorry,
But
word count.
word count, right? But
Yeah,
it gives you the file name java.txt, spark.txt, hadoop.txt. It is the file name,
yeah,
right?
correct. It's the document name. Yeah, file name or document name.
Yeah. How did we get that?
Yeah, yeah. When I go through the code, I will tell you. So we
Oh,
can see whenever the mapper get your particular file, right?
okay.
See what happens when you put a file in HDFS based
Okay.
on the input split, like input split size.
Okay.
Sorry, based on the block size, it will split your file into number of blocks, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what will happen when you run a MapReduce job? So each mapper, in each block will be taken by one mapper and it will run.
Okay.
Okay, so in the mapper method, you can find out this block is belongs to which file name. You can
Okay.
find that. There is
Okay.
a class called file split. Using that
Okay.
class, you can find out.
Okay.
I'll explain while going through the code. I will tell you that.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, that's good question actually. Okay,
Okay.
so this we will be loading into the HBase table.
Okay.
So you will have row key and one more column. The column name will be I kept a column family as inverted index info. I think that is a column. Yeah, yeah, inverted index info.
Okay.
Okay, and the qualifier name is actually file name with the word count.
Okay.
So as I said previously, when you create a HBase table, it is
Mm-hmm.
actually HBase. It doesn't contain any query language. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like any RDBMS. If you see MySQL, you have MySQL Workbench as a uh, like it's editor, or you can say tool to connect a database, and you can write a structured query language to interact with the database.
Okay. Okay.
But similar in HBase, we don't have any query language or any nice editor. We have only command line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, using HBase shell only you can interact HBase.
Okay.
Okay, so when you it is simple to create HBase table. You have to say create, and you
Mm-hmm.
have to give the table name,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to give the column family.
Family
I have,
name.
yeah, column family name.
Yeah.
So I have one column family. If you have multiple column family, you can separate by comma.
Okay. Okay.
So always it will take first value as a column, sorry, table name, and
Mm-hmm.
remaining all column families
Okay. Okay.
on
So
creation of.
if you just showed me in the MS Paint, right? Can you just flip it to MS Paint?
Yes, yes.
Okay. In this case,
Mm,
row key and employee number is the family
yeah.
column family name. And you told me that you can also subcategorize the family names like employee name and salary as one employee info, and
Mm,
the rest as employee address also, right?
yes, yes.
If we want to define like that, how would we do that?
See, employee ID we are going to store it in row key. So leave about that.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
always employee ID will go to the row key.
Okay.
Okay. So we have other columns. Okay.
Okay.
So you decided you want to have two column family, right?
Okay.
So one is for employee name and salary.
Uh-huh.
Other column family for this set of columns. That is your
Okay.
question, right?
Yes, yes. While creating, how do we do that?
Yeah. While creating, you don't say the column name. You have to say the only column family name.
Okay, okay,
So
okay, okay,
so first your first column family will be uh, employee info.
okay.
So what you have to do is create employee info and comma. You want to have one more column family, right?
Yes, yes.
And say comma and employee address. That is one column family.
Okay, okay. So
That's it.
how many number of column family names are there? That many number of column family names you have to write it, right? In the create statement itself.
Can you come again?
See, there were two column family names, right? One is
Yes, correct.
employee info and employee
Employee.
address. Employee
Yes,
info
correct.
and employee address. So in
Correct.
this case, now we are writing create emp id, comma emp info, comma emp address.
Yes.
That's what, right? The
I,
first is the
yeah,
row
yeah.
key
First
and
will
the
no, 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 no. Even row key you don't say in the create table.
okay, okay,
So you have to give the table name and the column family. That's it.
okay, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Uh, so while inserting, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there is no insert update here. Only
Okay,
put. there is a command called put. Okay, I'll show you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Say, can you see my screen?
Yeah. I can see your screen.
Okay, for going to the HBase shell, just command is HBase shell only.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have not started HBase. Let me start.
That's it. Not yet started, right? Yeah.
No, okay.
Not yet started.
Yeah, now I started. Just list down.
It didn't give it in JPS, right?
Yeah, it gave it in JPS.
It gave it.
See,
Okay.
previously I didn't start the HBase.
Okay.
So now I started when I started it gave region
Okay.
server and HMaster.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay.
So I have three tables. One
Mhm.
is see to see like in you are familiar with MySQL or SQL Server.
I have knowledge on both of them. Knowledge,
Okay,
just
fine,
knowledge.
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in MySQL you have there is a command called show tables, right?
Yes. Yes.
So similar that you have here a list. List is a command to list all the tables in the HBase.
Okay.
Okay, so it will show your tables here also. Now latest version it is showing this way also.
Okay.
So I have three tables. One is books and customers and inverted index.
Okay.
Okay, say example I want to create like as we discussed,
Mhm.
create
Employee.
employee. This is my table name. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Column
uh,
family name.
yeah, employee info. Say example employee info is the one column family,
Okay.
and another one is employee address.
Okay.
Okay, so my table is created with two column families.
Just give me a minute. By
Yeah,
somebody has knocked the door.
yeah, sure.
Don't mind if you have some disturbance.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
My sister has just come in. ఆట బాగుంది ఆట bhai, let's start again. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you have created a table.
yeah. I created the table. Okay.
Yeah.
Say we'll insert one sample record. Say
Uh-huh.
want to insert employee one. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So for insert, you need to use a command called put.
Okay.
Okay. Even for update also same put.
Okay.
Insert and update put and delete you have delete command called delete.
Okay.
So
I
when
just
I say
one doubt
yeah,
by supposing
yeah.
if there is unstructured data.
Okay.
So how does it take? I mean, if there are, I hope you got my question.
See, what happens is, see, how HBase stores everything stored as a byte array. There is
Okay.
no data type in HBase.
Okay.
Okay, whatever you give, it will put as a byte array. So while
Okay.
retrieving, you have to convert it as.
Oh, okay. 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 Got it. Got
Okay,
it.
so you just at least you should have one unique column. Other can be any junk data, even junk data or structured data, anything.
Okay. Okay.
So if I want to insert one record,
So,
so I have to put
I'm really sorry. If we have if we don't have any object in a particular cell, it doesn't give like null in just like what it gives in Hive.
no. In HBase, there is no null actually. It's called sparse. SPARSE.
Sparse.
It
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't allocate any memory for that. It's just empty. There is no
Oh.
cell actually. It is a cell based. Everything is a cell.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay. In that
Okay.
particular cell, it will not contain any value.
Okay.
Just give a blank.
Okay. Bye.
So put say employee one. This is a
Okay.
row key. Sorry, one
Uh-huh.
minute. Just give the table name.
Mm-hmm.
Employee, and then you have to give the row key. First is
Mm-hmm.
the table name, and then you have to give the row key.
Okay.
Example EMP1 is my employee code, employee ID.
Okay.
So that will be stored in the row key. That is unique.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I have to say my column, right?
Yeah.
The column should be first is a column family,
Yeah.
EMP info.
B1. Okay. EMP info
Okay.
dot
Yeah, ENP info colon. What are the column name you want to give? Say example employee name,
name.
name. That is my column. The combination of these two is a column name.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
So
Yeah.
first part is a column family, second part is a qualifier.
Yeah.
Then you have to give the value.
Okay.
Say example Kumar. Okay. And use a
Okay.
put statement, right? A put command.
Yeah.
At a time you can insert to only one column value
Okay.
in HBase. That is
Okay.
one. So you have to make lot of put statement to insert your
Yes. Yes.
records.
Yes.
So this Kumar is inserted. So if you want to scan it, you want to select the table.
Mm-hmm.
Two way. One is get command. So you have to for get command you have to give the row key.
Okay.
Okay. There is a command called scan.
Okay.
It's something like select star from the table.
Okay. It will display all the contents in the table.
Yeah. So I have a row key employee one, and there is a column called employee name, like, and value is Kumar.
Oh, okay.
So if I want to insert for second column family and address, then you have to give the employee address
Mhm.
and say example I'm going to store city.
Okay.
Are you from Hyderabad?
Yes, I am from Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Yeah.
So it has stored by address. This is another column and stored value as header. So
Okay.
similar way you can put lot of put statement.
Okay. But see, Hadoop is mainly for so for very huge data, right? So
Yes, correct.
for everything, we cannot make on putting the using the put command. So
Yes, yes,
how I mean, if there are many such fields or say huge data, how do we do that? I
yeah,
mean, is there any way to
yeah,
import the entire data into it?
yes. That part I'm coming. Good, that is good. Okay.
Okay.
So in our case, we cannot do similar thing. We have to do entire. See, we have only one column. There is no problem. So if you have n number of columns, it is very difficult to make put statements.
Okay. Okay.
So HBase gives you, see, this is all for mostly the transaction kind of application. Say if you are having a some kind of a web application, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
okay, if you want to say, if say example user registration screen, okay,
Okay.
so that is very occasionally it will happen, okay, that also it is online. You just take your data and put it into HBase.
Okay.
Say if you have bulk data, say
Mm-hmm.
in our case we generated a inverted index, it might have a n number of, like it can have billions of rows, okay.
Mm-hmm.
To insert that in a bulk manner, they are giving some APIs, okay. So bulk load APIs,
Okay.
okay, they are giving import statement to load your data, but thing is the data should be in the structured way.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, using that only I'm going to load our data into HBase table.
Okay. And in such a big data, if
Yeah.
I want to modify a particular row, a particular column, can I do it?
Mhm.
If I
No,
want to
you
modify.
cannot do it. See, see, once you load it, then you can modify.
Uh-huh.
No, no. Can you come again? The question.
See, I see. Is there a scope to update a particular field in such a big data?
In you are talking about, and you are asking about HBase table, right?
Space table. Yes. Yes.
When the data is gone into the HBase table,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it has absolutely. You have a, permission or feature.
Oh.
It works like similar RDBMS only
Okay. Again, we have to
with
get
respect to insert.
permissions. Okay.
You just have to say, you have employee with employee table with millions of rows. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Usually,
You want,
we'll be given only read permissions, right? Not write permissions. I mean, this is just for a example.
pardon?
Usually, we'll be given only read permissions, right? Not write permissions by the DBA team.
Yeah, but see here in HPSC, uh, almost all big data technologies doesn't have much security concern. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So if you have Linux permission to write, okay, so you can write.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so so what happens is now only they are coming up with a security mechanism. Now Kerberos they are trying to, they already implemented Kerberos security.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So previously it's all Linux based security only. So if you have Linux user with a right permission, you can go and log into the Hadoop system and you can do whatever you want.
Okay. 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 Okay, man.
Okay, so so when come to the import part, data import.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there is a one uh, you can say one you import TSV. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So so if your data is in a flat file with structure, tab separated value or a CSV file,
Mm-hmm.
you can load into HBase table
Mm-hmm.
in the bulk manner. Okay,
Okay.
so just see the syntax. Okay, I will explain to you.
Okay.
So import TSV, then what you have to give is, see, uh, how this import, this bulk import works is, before that I'll tell you about this HBase table. See, you inserted some records into this employee table, right?
Yes.
What happens is in HBase, the architecture how it works is, it will take your data, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and it will store as something called H file.
H file.
Yes, H file.
Okay.
Okay, H file or they say store file. Both are same. H file or store file.
Okay.
Okay, and that H file will be stored in HDFS.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that is the actually HBase architecture.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you store as a table column format in HBase table,
Uh-huh.
in the down the line, the architecture will store your data in a file only.
Uh-huh.
Okay, as a H file in the HDFS.
Okay.
So whenever you try to retrieve particular, say example, you want to retrieve giving a row key as employee one, and you want to get the name of the employee, then it will go and pick the row key from particular H file, and it will give you a value.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so when you do put operation, so it will store your record into H file and it will store into HDFS. So
Uh-huh.
in the import, how they are making is, instead of writing directly into the table, we are trying to create H file using whatever the data we have.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, that H file is located in HDFS, right?
Yes, HDFS, correct.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, that is actually HBase and Hadoop has tight integration,
Okay, okay,
because
okay.
it stores your data into HDFS.
Okay. I mean, my question is, where exactly in HDFS? Is it in a particular path, or
Yeah,
is it?
there will be, yes, there is a path actually. One- Here it stores here.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a user called HBase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, folder called HBase. Okay,
Okay.
so in HBase, and you will have a data here. So it will store here somewhere. The structure will be different. See here it will store.
Okay. So this is for temporary purpose only. Once
No,
once it
not temporary. No. It is a permanent.
it is a permanent. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. H file will always remain, right? I mean,
Yes, H file always remain.
okay. Even after importing the entire data, H file will remain.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So what we see, so whenever we, what we are doing in this shell is, you
Mm-hmm.
have some set of records and you are insert into the employee table, right?
Okay.
So the table records, so it will convert as H file
Uh-huh.
and it will store in this location. Okay,
Default.
in your in employee, it is storing here. This is H file actually.
Okay.
Okay, it is storing here. So
Okay. So where is the Kumar and the other thing? Hello. 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 हाँ भाई हाँ भाई Oh, yo. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. How much time will it take? No. How much time will it take to complete the class now? This POC. Okay, 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 okay. So at least everything is recorded, right? Oh, okay, okay, okay. And so, how about tomorrow, man? What time are you free? Tomorrow will take, I mean, major portion. I mean, we will sit for at least 3 to 4 hours, and we'll see. Okay. probably should come, but not sure. But if you are free, maybe before 9 or something, I will call you. Okay, bhai. Okay, sure. And how about tomorrow? I mean, is there any specific time? Tomorrow, in the evening or morning? Evening. We'll put it in the evening. Evening. I'm free only. Yeah. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. You tell me the time. 3 o'clock. Can see 3 o'clock. I have free only. ठीक है भाई. I'll give you a call. I mean, I'll give you a call. Then I think we can have our updates. Yeah, sure. Before that, if you are able to make the laptop up, then you can run and check. Yeah, sure. I will do that. I'll try my. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, sure. ठीक है भाई. ठीक है. Please give me a call once if the power is back. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, bye. And that's it. That's it. Thank you. Yeah. Intra. ఒక్కొక్కటి ఎప్పుడు పంపించేస్తుంటారు.
కరెంట్ వచ్చినా చూసి కాల్ చేస్తాడు, చేయకపోతే ఫోన్ చేసి అకౌంట్ అయినా రికరింగ్ పైన అన్నా జాబ్ పైన एर्लीగా పెట్టుకోవాలి. अरे 3 तक लगाने का 3 12 तक लगा लेंगे. साढ़े 2 बजे उठ के आ जा. तो आज हो रहा है टाइम पे एक दिन आके टाटा कर 5 मिनट करके 5 बजे ऐसे बजा की तो क्लास वो हो जाता ना. वो डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता ना. बेटा पवर लेगा वो डिस्कनेक्ट కాకపోతే ఏమవుతదరా? ఎంత భయ లేదు. అంటే పవర్ లేదు కదా, నెక్స్ట్ రాదు కదా, వాడు అందుకే డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయింది. వైబ్రేషన్ సో ఇంటెలిజెంట్ कंपनी डिस्कनेक्ट కావాలి. अरे लेकिन दिखता क्यों बोल रहा है? अच्छा ही बोल रहा है. ओके, अब मेरे को 4-5 फील्ड्स मालूम पड़ गया. कॉलम फैमिली कैसे सेट करते हैं, क्या करते हैं बोल के. मैंने मालूम था करे नहीं अपने को बिठा के कुछ करते वो है. उसको वो पूछो हाउ टू फाइल इनपुट है. మనకి डाउट्स బాగా చేస్తారు. तो थ्योरी शुरू तो अच्छा ही था. उसमें क्या रहता है HBase में दूसरी बार ऑन करना पड़ता है, स्टार्ट करना पड़ता है, HBase स्टार्ट करना पड़ता है. H रीजन H सर्वर दोनों स्टार्ट हुए, H मास्टर दोनों स्टार्ट हुए. प्रैक्टिस करा फिर नया दूसरी बार नया HBase के स्टार्ट HBase डॉट sh ना नहीं అంటే మన साले सॉफ्टवेयर पहले अपन एक फाइल लेके थे याद है. इसको स्प्लिट कैसा करना भाई समझ में नहीं आ रहा. बोल के बोल रहा था इसको टोकनाइज करना करके बोल के फेसबुक पे देख रहे डेटा सेव कर क्या यहां से आई थिंक हमारे जो वैसा काम गया काफका भी ना होना है. काफका नोट्स ये क्या है 400 पेजेस है. देख सकते हैं ये जो मतलब जो 300 से कम बोल रहा है इसमें उसके एमआर करो. You work on this MR. You bring start everything. ఈ ఫైల్ నేను అడ్జస్ట్ చేస్తామంటే స్ప్లిట్ చేస్తామంటే గ్రేట్. కీ వాల్యూ ఏం తీసుకుంటో ఎట్లా తీసుకుంటాం రైట్. एमआर प्रोग्राम फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर इनपुट फाइल. आउटपुट कैसा रहना आपको उसको बता. कैसा रहना आउटपुट प्रोग्राम है POC है. That is the input file. That is the output. You should get output like that. And no repetition should be there. No repetitions. Repetitions. देखिए क्या डुप्लीकेट तुम निकाल सकते क्या है इसमें? बड़ी आसान है. अरे डुप्लीकेट निकालना क्या है जावा में? साला ऐसा ही नहीं यार. डेटा वाला कौन मेरा दोस्त बोला है ऐसा नहीं है. ये मेरे मुझे आज